Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me. What is it again?
Shane Todd.
Shane Todd. Before we get stuck into this episode, let me plug patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. Big things happening over there, including some big news coming this week. Can't say too much, but I think I've been pretty tight-lipped on it so far. Big news coming. Hypothetically, if it was a live podcast where we're announcing, the pre-sale will be on Patreon and it will be announced first over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. All the usual stuff we do over there. Also, don't bring the screen up with the thing. I can't say thank you. I always get really nervous when you do that, when I go to do the ad and then the screen's not on. It's on now. We are sponsored, I didn't need the screen anyway, by NordVPN. Which, Mickey, what does VPN stand for?
Virtual Private Network, Shane.
Correct.
A service that protects your internet connection and privacy online. It protects your online identity by hiding your IP address and allows you to use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely.
And you know what it's like.
I know what it's like. 5,200 plus servers in 59 countries.
Yeah.
Find a server near you for better speed or connect to a faraway location to freely explore the internet.
And Mickey, where can you access it from?
Access it from everywhere, Shane.
Everywhere. Now, what this means is, you know, you're a man who travels right around.
I travel like fuck. I'm like a gypsy.
You were in Australia.
Yeah, loads of times.
And whenever you're there,
there's nothing worse than having loads of VPNs. I prefer having NordVPN. That's French for no VPNs, right?
No.
Sorry, I got confused.
So what that means is, next time you're in Australia,
you can access it from everywhere. Don't miss your favourite content from home when travelling abroad.
Exactly.
Thank God, because I have NordVPN and I was able to watch the Paddy Raff show. You were able to watch
Barra Best. On fucking
I knew what the weather was in Dundrum.
Yeah.
Thank God.
100%. Because that's what you can do with this. You protect your online identity. Takes just a click. You open the map, click on a location, and you can be connected in seconds. It's that easy. And Mick, what do people do? They go to nordvpn.com/Tea With Me and they sign up to a huge discount
of your NordVPN plan plus 4 months for free. It's completely risk-free.
Are there risks?
It's risk-free, Shane. Risk-free.
And is there a 29-day money-back guarantee?
I'll give you one better than that. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, Shane. NordVPN. Protect your laptop.
Yeah. We're also sponsored by Manscaped.
Manscaped.
What's man in French?
Le man. No, that's the rally.
Manscaped.com. Manscaped, you know by now, the number one in men's below the belt grooming products. Now, did you get it? Did you skin fade down there before us?
Shane, I'll be honest with you. I haven't been using the Manscaped at all. I used another clipper, and sure, my scrotum looks like an old hanky, full of holes and snot.
Looks like a pepperoni passion.
I had to put it up my ma's sleeve just to keep it safe. She took it to chapel with her. I'm freeballing it literally because I've no scrotum left.
Oh, your scrotum's
just like conkers in there now. If you listen, you can hear them. You hear? Because I didn't use Manscaped, but you should.
Yeah.
Go on, Shane, tell them more.
Yeah, they've got all the products you need. Anti-snag technology, so you don't snag your bag. You don't get.
It's like having your balls trimmed by an infant's hands. I'm bleeding. I'm not the weight I've lost.
Because your scrotum's such a. You have a thick scrotum, right?
Very thick. So there's psoriasis on it, so it's scarred.
So. You go to
there was, but then I got the ball toner from NordVPN Manscaped, and now my balls are like fucking Barra Best head in the clouds. Did I do it right? Yeah. This is why my podcast doesn't have a sponsor.
Tea With Me for 20% off of free shipping. It's all in the description of the episode. Let's just get into this. I can't hold him back for any longer. He's like a dog on a leash. And hold on, let me just cut that leash a bit. He does sound effects too. My guest, I'm having tea with none other than Micky Bartlett. Great to have you here.
Man, that's me. I'm all tired now. That's all the funny I can be.
You're a silly guy.
I am. I'm a goofy. I'm jet lagged, and I had food poisoning the other day, Shane, so I'm just glad to be out of the house and not farting lumps.
What did you get food poisoning from?
See, now this is what I've discovered. I had to sort of backtrack like a detective and sift for clues.
Like Memento?
Yeah. Well, my Memento. Never mind yours.
By the way, would you be offended if I took his jacket off?
Depends what's under it.
Nothing.
Even better. Oh, Bappy. Is that a toit black, is it? What? Oh, yeah. Do it slower. You've been lifting. You doing a wee bit of sly boxing training on the fucking in the background?
Training with Freddie Roach.
Oh yes, I know his papa.
Uh, do jokes like that as a last resort.
I try my best.
No,
Fuck! I only know one song.
Yeah. Which one?
Papa Roach, Last Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I'm
anymore.
saying. That's what I mean. I can't do another.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
it's 15 Love.
Right.
If I want to change the tennis puns.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm your Venus. Fuck off. Sorry.
Who's that?
Not important.
Okay. Oh yeah. How'd you get food poisoning? So you had to do some. You had to trace it back.
I had to trace it back. So essentially, I was coming back from Australia. Got home on Monday afternoon. Did a gig Monday night because I'm a trooper. Slept. Had a lovely time Tuesday. Had a wee chippy tea Tuesday night.
Cute.
At about 2:30 on Wednesday
What
morning.
do you get if you're having a wee chippy tea? What do you get?
Depends on the weather, to be honest with you. It was kind of a blustery night, and it was because it was like, it's a bit cold and I'm jet lagged. I got a curry chip and chicken goujons, which could have also explained the food poisoning. So at around 2 in the morning, I thought I could probably have a wee poop, and I had a normal poop, but the normal poop unleashed what I can only describe as the gates of hell. And then I thought, my God, and then I thought to myself, that poop's so bad it's made me feel a bit sick.
Right.
So I flushed the toilet because I'm a gentleman.
As opposed to what you.
I didn't want to poke on my own poo.
Right.
I didn't want to mix that up. And that's how you make Protestants. And so I ended up. I don't know if you've ever had food poisoning, but it's like you don't go. You go and like your head everywhere but the toilet. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I basically I was just spinning for the next sort of 12 hours.
Right.
And then the last time, there was a point where the stuff that was coming in my mouth and the stuff that was coming in my bum were the same colour. And I was like, this is strange. Mm-hmm. This is very odd. And it was luminous. I looked a bit like a siren.
Right.
And then at the final boat, I noticed there was rice in it. And I was like,
right.
Fucking Doha airport. So what happened was I was flying from Sydney to Doha to Dublin. Yeah. Got off the airport, a 2-hour wait. And I thought, I'm not hungry.
Where is Doha?
Qatar.
Okay.
Yeah, so yet another reason why I'm not going to the World Cup. So I ordered a chicken curry wrap from the airport, like a wee cafe in the airport, and the girl heated it up. Now, I was saying to the lads before, I've got a level 3 food hygiene working Subway. So when I bit it, I went, that chicken and that rice aren't warm enough. Ugh. And I know from level 3 food hygiene working in Subway, chicken and rice are the worst two things to fuck about with if you're reheating. They have to be either scalding or you just throw them out.
Now, can I ask you this? This is something I've always thought about. I like rice. Mm-hmm. And I was heating rice recently, and someone pointed out to me, make sure that's cooked. Yep. And I said, but it's not meat. I'm not going to be wrong with this if it's not cooked. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen if you don't cook out rice?
I think what happens, Shane, you'll think you're having the normal shit, then the gates of hell, if you remember what I said 5 minutes ago, fall out of your anus. Yeah. Like, I threw up so much, I'm pretty sure I lost memories. Like, long division, I knew.
You just look in the toilet and it's you at school.
I swear to God, when I have first communion photo, I don't even remember eating that. So I basically took a bite out of it, and I was like, that's not heated up properly. And then I thought, I can't go over to that poor slave woman and be like, excuse me, my wrap isn't ready, because she probably lost her brother making a stadium. So then I just took 2 or 3 more bites out of it, out of like Catholic guilt, politeness. And then I got home and used 3 toilet rolls before 9:30 Wednesday morning. So that's how my week's been going. Thanks for the green tea. It's been all in the stomach.
Now, when you were in Qatar airport for your layover, what's that like? Is that big business, that airport?
It's massive. There's fuck all in it apart from fags. And I wasn't even banning any. Right. Because I went to.
You off it?
Sorry.
Are you off it?
Nah, I'm not. Right. I'm going to officially stop, because I've still got about 200 left in the time I went to Dubai. So I don't want to take a piss. Yeah. But also in Doha airport, they have wee smoking rooms. Oh, right. That you can, rather than light a cigarette, you can open the door and just suck and close it again, and you've smoked 20 cigarettes. And the fella goes, thank you very much. Would you like a cigarette? So I'm going to go off them. But Doha airport, it's fucking massive. Right. Like it's very flashy. Like there's Ferraris in the middle of it and all that sort of weird. Like
there's a terminal. Do you ever fly back from London? It's either Heathrow or Gatwick, and they put all the like international flights in this terminal, and for some reason the Belfast flight, and it's got like
Harrods, and yes, I spent 7 hours in there one time. Right. Flying back from, I think I was flying back from Bahrain. Right. And like with an iPhone 7, couldn't find a charger, just miserable. Yeah. And
Yeah.
there's nowhere to eat for less than 20 quid.
No.
Yeah.
And are you a good traveller? Like, do you enjoy all the travel and all that kind of
I
stuff?
don't do too bad now. I do a good job.
Have you learnt any hacks to travel?
My hack for long haul flights.
Yes, I'm all ears to
Has
this.
been the same for a couple of years. You might not like this.
Okay.
You might have to substitute it. 4 whiskeys, 2 cokes, and just bosh. And then you drink the whiskeys and the cokes.
Right.
That's that's the pilot's name's Bosch. No, just like bin a load of drink.
Right. But you're not going to feel horrific when you wake up.
No, because you're in the sky and you're still not really doing anything. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you wake up and they're like,
science.
it's not like you wake up and they go, it's your turn to fly, and you're like, oh fuck me, I've been drinking. Breath it to go. So
4 whiskeys, 2 coke. But
4 whiskeys, 2
is
cokes.
this an urban myth? It's double in the air.
Yeah, I felt that like it definitely you go fucking hell, it's a bit much.
Right.
But
And when you have that,
uh-huh.
when you neck 4 whiskeys, 2 cokes, are you blitzed?
I kind of go just out. Now I'll say this. So on the way back from
Are you in a row? Sorry, of
would you hear it happen, Shane?
no.
No, it's never happened to me before. Every time I've gone to Australia, every time I've gone to the States, wherever I've gone, I've always ended up with either a window or an aisle, which is perfect. I'm a big unit.
No.
I am.
Okay.
And I've also got short arms, so my arms don't reach the armrests on a fucking on the plane, right? Because I'm built like a T-Rex. So I have to it has to be 1, 2 useless. I can't reach them. 1's perfect. Yeah. Showing you that's window.
You can't do the
that's
Bruce
aisle.
Forsyth.
Oh, I can do the Bruce Forsyth. I just can't do the fucking anybody else. I can't do the Pingu. So on the way from Sydney to Doha, so it's a 15-hour flight.
Oh.
I was in the middle, so it's four seats in the middle, but I was in the middle of the 4 seats. To my left, there was a joker. No. Is Joker to the left? It doesn't matter. There was
Joker to the right.
Joker to the right. Well,
Yeah.
she wasn't a joker. She was nothing but a Finnish cunt.
Right.
Uh-huh.
How did you know?
Because she was like, I'm from Finland. And I was like, you're nothing but a cunt. There was.
Seems like you've overreacted.
Man,
to her.
I was fuming. Right. I was fucking livid.
Why? Because you want to be on the outside.
I want to be on the outside. Right. And
Will you ask? Will you say, "Oh, would you mind if I?"
no,
bad
I've never been. I'm not that rude, to be honest. And even I never said she was a cunt. I just said it in
Yeah,
my head.
I'm not that rude. I'm finished. You can't.
For 15 hours, I was like, I hope this plane crashes and kills us both. So there was a baby at 10 o'clock, a baby at say about 3:15, and they were having a who can scream the loudest competition.
Right.
For the God love them. I feel so sorry for the
For the whole flight?
whole flight, right? So then there's a fella here who had his kid with him, and she was booting a seat. The guy in front of me, it was one of those. Do you know those people on a plane that put their seat back and think this can't be as far back as it goes, so they start fucking,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So my whiskey and cokes were falling everywhere, and the wee Finnish fucker had made herself comfy and took up both armrests.
No.
Right.
No.
So
if you're in the middle, it's yours.
I'm like that.
Right.
For 15 hours.
Right.
Right. I was getting knots in my back. My neck wasn't working properly. And then at one point, she got up to go for a pee. And I was like, great, I'll use this excuse to go and have a wee walk about. Fucking stretch my legs a bit. I'll have a quick piss. And when I came back, she got herself all tucked in, snugly to her seat.
Right.
And I'm like, as someone who's maintained an aisle seat for many a year, the etiquette is, if the person sitting beside you isn't back yet,
Yep.
leave the belt off.
Yep.
You
100%.
leave the tray up. Watch your movie, yes, but don't get tucked into your blanket and your pillow.
No way.
So when I came back, all of a sudden she was like, and then she starts telling me about her job, and I'm all, fuck off, you fucking Ukrainian bitch, or wherever the fuck you're from. 2 more whiskeys, please, Abdul. And then when I got to Doha, so obviously I had the ticking time bomb of death. And then I got on the flight from Doha to Dublin, and I had a free row, and I was too excited to sleep. I'm not making this up. I'm 35 years of age. I literally built a fort.
So I
had 3 blankies, 3 pillows, made a wee fucking den and all. And then I was like,
for 15
for
hours.
7.5 hours, lay awake.
Why are you Mr. Bean?
Why am I not?
I think that's my. I focus so much on getting the road and myself and thinking, where can I move? When should I move? All that kind of thing. A big hack is if you see a row free, especially on like a longer haul flight, don't go too soon, because the air stewardesses hate it.
Aye.
And they'll tell you to go back to your seat. as soon as you hear boarding complete.
Absolutely. That's all I'm waiting for. I won't put the headphones on until I hear it.
Yep.
I'll be looking at the door and all.
Yep. Because I chanced it last time I was flying to the States. Straight to say I was in row 13. I went to the back of the plane because I saw some rows and I waited to go on late. And the guy goes, "What's your ticket number?" And I showed him and he goes, "Now you're going to have to go back." But I just went like 10 rows ahead where there was a free row and I got to keep that. But
I think there's weird things about, like, do they have to legally, with taking off and landing, assure you're in the same seat?
Oh, maybe.
Or that's just them saying, like, land us.
Yeah.
I remember one time getting an EasyJet flight, because I'm baller.
Smooth
and
operator.
That's me, boys. I fucking know. And but they only brought this new thing out. So basically, I was in the second row. The front row, it was an empty flight, and the front row was like, you get a wee bit of fucking leg space. So the plane's in the air, and I was like, fuck, I want to sit there.
Yeah.
So I went in the front row, and the stewardess was like, "Sorry, this is reserved for people who paid for extra leg room." And I was like, they must have paid a fortune because the fucking legs weren't even in the plane. Like, surely this is all right. She was like, no. And she literally made me move back into the row behind. And I'm like, there's nobody. It's me and you on this. I can sit the pilot's knee.
Yeah.
So there's times like I do get like, I'm never more of a psychopath.
Yeah.
Than when I'm in an airport and somebody doesn't know what to do.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, being in Australia, their domestic flights, you don't have to take anything out of your bag, and it's a joy. You can be in the airport.
I thought they because you watch all their border security documentaries.
To get into Australia, they're international stuff. You can only bring 25
Always Asian
cigarettes.
People
they're very racist
amazed
as
that
well.
you can't bring a lot of food.
Yeah, very amazed. But also Australia's quite racist.
Right.
Somebody was telling me up until like the 1980s, they had their legal policy was white is right, and even though it's not legally there anymore, there's still a wee bit kind of fucking, because I've twice gone through, I think it was Melbourne and Perth. The 2 times I've got to Australia, picked my bag up and I went, nobody's talked to me.
Right.
Like I've just walked through this airport.
Yeah.
But then also you see like a bunch of fucking Thai babies up against the wall getting kicked in the ass.
Right.
But you know what the Thais are like?
Too tight. I don't know. The reason I can't really concentrate is because I got shoes arrived this morning, new shoes, and I put them on. I was all delighted to come down, and you said now a couple of things are annoying me here. One is
me too, mate.
One is these are
there's 2 of them.
These are what the kids call Yeezys. Now, if there's ever a worse time for these to arrive, because they took a long time to ship. When I ordered these, Kanye was, you could describe him as a character.
Yeah, they're now called the No Jew shoes.
Yeah. Now, what's worse about
they're anti-perspirant, anti-Semitic.
They're anti-Sanders shoes, actually.
You look like a Star of David athlete. No, that's all I have. It's all the puns.
Now, you said these look like shoes that would be given to
a mental patient.
Yeah,
they look to be given to somebody who might hurt themselves, and that's why the laces are redundant. I bet you they don't even open or close. No. They're just for show.
Can I say something? Mm-hmm. I'll never wear these again.
Don't. I'm not saying to make funny. I personally think Yeezys look fucking stinking anyway.
Yeah.
That big heel at the back. Yeah. What's it for?
I know.
No one. A kangaroo could wear them.
Yeah. Now, should I persevere with wearing these if I like them, or just bow to the peer pressure?
It's put it this way. I have never before, in the time we've known each other, ever told you ever not to wear something. You're a beautiful man.
Right.
I agree you can pull off most things, but you should pull those off and throw them in the fucking bin.
I'll never wear those again. I swear. I'll never wear those.
How are you going to get home?
Huh?
How are you going to get home?
Shut up, Michael. My socks.
Look at your wee slender feet. You've lovely feet.
Do you? A big, long, weird alien feet.
Sure you do. Or
how was Australia in general?
Phenomenal.
How many times have you been? You've been a load of times.
4 now. It's my 4th time.
Would you ever see when I see you out there? See a bit of Instagram stuff. You look very happy out there. I'm not saying you don't look happy here, but obviously like the weather's unreal out there. The shows look brilliant. We wouldn't want to lose him, but would Micky Bartlett ever consider a move?
Shane Todd, I'm telling you right now. I'll look down this camera. I'll tell people at home. If my family are watching this, the only reason I came back down is because I've got that Audi. So it's the only reason I came. I was that close. Right. I was in the airport going, fuck it. Because the visa I had lasts until March. I was like, I'm pretty sure I could find some sort of Irish culture work.
Yeah.
Painting houses, boys. Fucking
No,
working on the bar.
You'd be flat out doing shows out there. You would.
Maybe, but it's do you know what it is?
Be a
It's
star, baby.
But that's the kind of thing. You can do material like that on stage and people laugh at it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like sometimes in like Ireland, if you do something that to an audience member sounds embarrassing, they go, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's saying that," and they don't get you're joking. Whereas in Australia, it's very much fucking go for it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So like I got to work with some of the best comedians I've ever worked with.
Right.
Like, obviously, apart from yourself.
Yeah.
But like some absolute fucking wizards. And like comedians that are so good. Like I'm doing stand up a long time and I'm pretty good at it. But I find myself in the back of the room going, all right.
Right.
What
You're on the
fuck am I gonna do
toes.
here? Like, so that's just my favourite thing. Is like
Is it people from home coming to see you out there, or
there's a lot of people from home, but there's a lot of Aussies as well. Like so,
Right, okay.
Because it's been building up sort of. Now I'll say like I did the Sydney Comedy Store and it sold out, and it was a 300 seater and I think there was 200 Irish people at it, and they had to restock the bar 4 times during the show.
rowdy or
Not even rowdy, man. Just very
good
polite.
audience?
Just hammering booze.
They're probably just because they're so far away there, even compared to like the States. They probably just love.
Do you know what was hilarious? Man, there was a couple of fellas who were like, "We only got here last Wednesday. Saw you in Lavery's and Tuesday. Like, saw that last week, Foxy.
They're taking
no
in-
new material, no lad, no."
taking in no culture
Absolutely.
whatsoever.
Like, at one point, we did a show in Darwin, and it was just like a compilation thing. And I went to an Irish bar because I'm a stereotype. And I was standing at the bar having a drink, and this guy just grabbed me and went, "Micky Bartlett, you're from Lurgan." And I went, "Aye." I went, "Did you enjoy the show?" And he went, "What show?" And then he just walked away. And I was like,
It looked class. Like I'd love to go. I've never been, but do you kind of know your way around the cities and stuff now that you go to?
not really. I mean, I kind of know roughly where I'm going in Sydney. But then, with those tours that I do, you're gigging. I had 2 days off the entire month.
Oh, okay.
And they were both involved travelling.
So you couldn't go and do much.
Not really. Like, I'd love to go out and do, like, do shows at the weekends. And then fucking have the week to go, right, what's over here and what's over here.
Would you like to go into the bush?
Shane, you're married. Stop it. Well, I've been in, like, I've been in a couple of buses.
Bosh. Kid Bosh.
School bus and Buster Rhymes.
I would like you to be like the biggest Australian star, like Jim Owen.
Aye. I don't really care about being huge, man. I just love the art.
I know.
You
love it, don't you?
I do love it.
I love
do. Aye, that's great. It's so good. Like, because I was supposed to do that tour in 2020, so it's been 3 years essentially before, like, because of COVID and all that shit. So when they booked it, they went, right, you've got the day off here, day off here, day off here, and I went, put shows in those.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this, we've had time off.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, I was like, why the fuck?
Right.
Like, I'm so fucking tired. But it's just like it's just a real different way of life, and there's a weird vibe that I like as well in that, because I think, as far as I know, the Australian government are quite conservative, and it's a lot of fucking it is pretty strict. So the comedy scene feels really fucking on the fringe,
Right,
and a bit
right.
rebellious.
Okay, right.
And I'm
right.
like, I fucking like this.
Because I wouldn't have thought. I thought Australia would be way more like liberal. And
The people are, but the government isn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like here. You
Yeah.
just got fucking politicians do what they want, and everyone's just like, we just get on with it.
Right.
So it's just like I haven't met an arsehole
Were you
ever
staying
in Australia. Like,
Were you staying in nice hotels?
no, not this time.
No?
So, oh my God, Shane, right? So I stayed in this place in Perth called the Rendezvous Hotel.
Would I have just before you tell me, but would I have just flown home?
Put it this way, the difference between me and you, I'll sleep anywhere, right? In this hotel, I put the chair up against the door and stood like that for 10 minutes. Before I went in the room.
Now, do you think anyone who'd break in would be deterred by that?
But it's, yeah, because I was fully naked and erect. I was holding a wrap in Doha. Just you fucking wait. I'll blind you. Like that thing out of Jurassic Park. So at one
They
point,
were wee bitches, weren't they?
The wee
those things?
fucking-
Yeah. You couldn't take them seriously. Oh, you're hard. Wee bonnets.
Don't move. He can't see if you don't move. I fucking can. I can hear you, but you stupid fuck. Don't be spitting. That's dirty.
All the rest had a big roar.
Fucking Jurassic Park.
Do you think they just got roasted every day by the rest of the
dinosaur
dinosaurs?
school?
Yeah.
Forgot my PE kit again, sir. Of course you did.
What's it like? You know, sometimes when you see an animal, you go, I get why they have that there with evolution. Like, I get what the function of that is.
Aye.
But what's that doing for them?
It's because they're from South Carolina and sometimes it would get very humid and they would go, I do declare.
So that's
It's not a hot outside.
so that's a fan.
That's a fan, huge fan. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I saw one recently, but it was just
They
a
could
dog.
also take them off and be mysterious. Like,
I thought I saw one recently, but it was just a dog coming out of a vet.
yeah, who's a vet?
Hmm?
Who's a vet? They're also really handy for Shakespearean plays. Like, to be or not to be.
Jurassic Park was good, wasn't it?
First one was good, aye.
Brilliant.
Good.
I haven't seen. I saw the first new one. Thought it was all right. That was
First
fine.
one was alright, second one was shite, third one was abysmal.
Really?
That's my official review for anybody who wants to.
So tell me about this hotel. So what was it called? The Rendezvous?
The Rendezvous Hotel, right?
Does not sound good.
And so I got there on the Thursday night. So usually my plan for beating jet lag is get to the hotel, drop the bags off, quick wish,
4 whiskeys too.
as much whiskey and coke and beer and wine as you can drink, and
Really?
like drink until about midnight, and then pass out, and then you sleep because jet lag's real hard to fuck it when it's that much of a time difference.
Yeah.
And because you lose a day of traveling,
Yeah.
you're just like your body's no idea what's going on.
Right.
So I just drink myself into a stupor, and then sleep for 9 hours and go. I'm back. I'm just hungover now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So got to Perth at 8 o'clock on Thursday.
sound good.
It works. Swear to God. Trust me, I've been doing this long.
So you're dealing with a hangover instead of jet lag.
Instead of jet lag, 'cause
Right.
jet lag's way worse.
Right.
Jet lag's like fucking. The first time I ever had jet lag was in Melbourne, and I was walking along along the street, and it felt like the ground was moving under me instead of me walking.
Right.
Like it's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got to Perth at 8:30 or something. Quick shower, got changed, went out. Everything was shut. I had no Australian phone, like no SIM, so I couldn't even use maps to find fucking anything that was working. Went back to the hotel. The bar closed at 9:05, so at 1 pint.
Why is it all closing early?
Perth's it's one of those towns. Well, again, where we were staying was like in the fucking, I think it was technically in the business district.
Right.
Um,
Right.
But that hotel was like a shithole surrounded by
Yeah.
glorious hotels.
Yep.
So even when I was checking in, they made me pay for a night, even though it was all paid for. And then there was
At that point, we were just like, yeah, whatever the fuck.
yeah, just let me in.
Yeah.
And the receptionist was like, you could tell she'd had plastic surgery to look hot, but she ended up looking like she was from a sci-fi film in the 80s.
Right.
And she was like, "Is your first time on Perth?" And I
You're
was
like,
like,
you were something to say me in a play.
I was like, "You again? Were you the crying baby or the Finnish woman? I'm very tired." It's me, Bosch. Oh fuck! Of course not. So anyway, there was a night. So we ended up stayed there on the Thursday night. Friday we were like on the road. So did 4 gigs over that weekend. Got back there on the Monday.
Back to the Rendezvous
Back
Hotel.
to the Rendezvous Hotel. And there was me and another comedian staying there at the same time. The fire alarm went off on the Monday morning.
What
Now,
time, roughly?
About maybe 8 o'clock. But we'd been, like, the weekend tour was like 6-hour drives between different shows. So even though we weren't driving, we're still fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
So we both came downstairs wearing the clothes. We went, like, got to the hotel inn, and we're standing there, like, fucking. And everybody had brought their own stuff, or not their own stuff, like their important things, like a passport and fucking wallets, handbags, stuff like that. And there was a woman standing, and her important stuff was she had a crate of about 48 Jack and Cokes, and you could tell she was a meth addict because she had like scabs everywhere from like fucking baby, right? And she's gone, "Do you want a little fucking can, mate? Do you want a fucking can?" And we were like, "Nah, it's 8 o'clock on Monday morning," like. And then I heard her going, "This is the worst fucking hotel I've ever stayed in." And I was like, "Fuck, this is the worst place you've stayed." Fuck me. And it turned out the fire was set off by the toaster in the kitchen. So that the hotel's that bad. The toaster in the kitchen caught fire, and the staff went,
Right, yeah.
"Where's this fucking come from?" And everybody had to leave. So it was just. But then, in fairness, when I stay in hotels for more than 2 nights, every room looks like they run to every hotel.
Right, I get you.
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't let the staff in the clinic because it was just.
Would you see any, like, is Steve Irwin still big there?
No, money's dead.
No, I know, but would you? Does his legacy live on? Like, would you see any murals of him or?
There's murals. It's not Sandy Roche. The king lives on. Stingrays out.
Do you remember?
All rays are targets.
Right, Charles. Do you remember we saw? Remember we were doing sketches. Yeah, 15 years ago, and you had a character who was called Steve Pervin, Urban Pest. Was this you?
I don't know. Remind me of it.
We were walking around Botanic Gardens, and you were. It was just you going, "Oh yeah, mate," and like you were just looking.
Was that a sketch or just something me and you did to keep ourselves entertained? I think that might have been the day we got locked in Botanic Gardens. I just tried to make ourselves laugh because we were both afraid of the climb of fence. Thank fuck we weren't wearing them shoes. You've been still stuck there.
Fuck those shoes. You ever order something online
constantly
that you go, "This is not what I want."
There was a website called EMP I got a couple like band T-shirts from it, right?
What do you mean, like Nazis?
We don't be talking about Nazis wearing Yeezys.
Oh yeah, true.
Right. But like, so do like fucking
busted.
Aye, well that's what happened when they arrived. But yeah, so I bought a couple of decent T-shirts from it, and then I was like, "Oh, my jacket looks nice," and it would arrive, and you go, "That is absolutely not what I paid for."
Right.
And I remember buying that. I was going to New York, and I bought a pair of like, basically like black boots like that.
Yep.
But they arrived, and they were like that height, with like a fur inline, and a size 5 or something. And I'm not lazy. I didn't even send them back. I just fucked them in the bin, like fucking. Right. So yeah, I constantly, because I'm a weird shape as well. I'm a fat wee shit, big daddies, no. So when I buy stuff, I have to try. I had to try it on, right? And so buying online's out.
You're the only guy still using the changing rooms, because I feel like changing rooms, people just don't really do it anymore, do they?
I had this dream that I walk into the River Island head office with a pistol and go, "I've got one bullet in here, and it's for the man who invented Muscle Fit." Right. And I don't do anything, Shane. I don't do anything. I wake up before I pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But he's weeping.
Muscle Fit's not good.
I make him hold the picture of his family. And I go, "You look at them. Cause fucking look at them. You fucking tell me anybody has muscles there."
Now the thing about Muscle Fit is, even if you have muscles, it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
I've got a Muscle Fit denim jacket that for some reason has pointy shoulders, and I'm going, who has right angle your muscles? Unless it's for fucking actual Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
It's a fucking disgrace. Sorry, I could really wind up there.
Yeah. So a month out there. What was the low light?
The lowest point?
Yeah.
Probably that fucking rap in Doha, to be honest with
you.
Yeah.
What do you do during the day? What do you do during the day when you're out there?
Traveling. So that was the thing the whole time. You're just.
I don't like it.
The one thing that it kind of this time around was like, so I was in Sydney for the last week, and I had plans. I was like, fuck it.
What city was the show?
Sydney, loved it. He says, "Mick, do that again." Yeah. So I that week I was like, so the place I was staying had a wee kitchenette, and all I did that week was cook my own meals and go to the gym.
Right.
Because I was like, I can eat vegetables again.
Yeah.
Because you're eating crap, like McDonald's.
You tell yourself every time when I'm this tour,
I swear that's me.
I'm gonna eat so well on the road.
Dad starts on Monday.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, Australia's on the road. Like their fucking fast food is actually pretty good.
Right.
So it doesn't feel like it's killing you.
It's a healthy place, isn't it?
It's definitely healthier. Like
now, see with the audiences, because I was talking about doing Australia shows next year. Mm-hmm. Is it that if you put out you're doing the shows, are the kind of Irish communities out there really welcome? Like if you put out, "Oh, I'm doing this," people will tell their mates that live there and all that kind of thing. You think it's like people from home want to come and support that?
Like I sold out my shows with no extra advertising.
Yeah.
In fact, the promotions company that brought me out admitted to me we didn't do anything to this.
Right.
And I was like, thanks for being honest.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Can I have more money now? So yeah, 100%. And like, because I've been going out for a couple of years now, so with the solo shows, the trend is sort of like, you'll get a bunch of Irish people who've heard about it. They'll bring Australians and people they know. And then the next year, you sell more and you go back out and keep like rolling organically.
Yep.
With what you, like we were saying before, the way you are at the minute, you can go out next year and just pack it out. And
Sydney
that's
Opera
my
House.
advice.
Sydney Opera House.
Do you know what?
No, couldn't. Shut up.
There's rooms in the Sydney Opera House. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can
There's
you can
like a
probably
Pizza Hut.
There's a toilet you can probably play in. No, because there's. I think that the Opera House has a room that holds about. Because I did a TV thing in it one year. Maybe about
How cool is
400.
that? See, you're very low key actually with a lot of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, like, I didn't know you did that. That's
You don't know.
massive. No.
Yeah, 2019, 18.
No, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
But like, do you not think if you wrote down everything you've done in, say, the last 2 years, couple of years, even year, you'd be amazed?
4 to 5 years in jail, bro.
Would you be amazed, like?
There's definitely times where, like, I sort of, like, you go, this is class. But it's weird. It's a weird thing for me, I think, because pre-COVID, it was just so normal to be just traveling that much.
Yeah.
And now it's back to like, where am I going? Class.
I don't even mean the travel. I mean like doing a waterfront. Like,
But see, dude, we all have that. Like, I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, you've been fucking killing it in America. It's like we met here today. This is going to be a cute moment. Me and Shane bonded. You pulled up, and I was like, nothing makes me smile more than the fact that me and you are both driving fucking fancy cars.
yeah,
Considering,
because we
like-
talked about.
Man, we did a fucking sketch show in the PAV where we had to walk out with the audience on the stage. It was that bad.
Yeah, and but when we met, like the cars we went to gigs in together.
We both slept in my Renault Clio.
Yeah.
The night that your Corsa got stuck in the hedge in Draperstown.
Started from the bottom.
Do you know what I mean? I created a beer each and a free ticket to fucking Glasgow, foundered.
That's right.
What do you want to do with comedy? Fucking go home. That's what I want to do. Now
While
look at us.
fucking Foy Vance does a techno set behind us. General Fiasco, we're doing an acapella.
Yes, lads.
So
Do you want to do my show on Phil on Tuesday? Oh, yes, please.
Man, how bad. If you could go back and listen to that. So I used to do a radio show on Fail FM, West Belfast Community Radio. You probably heard me talking about it on here before. And the plan was, there was no who's free, come on,
Right.
and there was no features, there was no nothing.
But it was weirdly, like, it was like the
It
first
was like
podcast.
podcasting. Yeah.
Because
You saying I invented podcast? We invented podcasts.
I would say, like most things in Northern Irish comedy, other people invented it, I made it better.
Yeah.
No, there was definitely a point in that where, because we were so inexperienced, and obviously they didn't give a fuck. Because I remember one time we were all just howling, and a taxi driver pulled up. Do you remember this? And he was like, "Was that Yeezys?" And we were like,
right.
"Yeah." And he was like, "That was fucking brilliant."
Yeah.
And
And
then
he
just
was the
drove away.
listener.
Yeah, he was
the listener.
because it only went out that far, didn't it? You had to be outside the building to hear it.
I remember doing a feature. The only time I had real interference from the station, they were just like, do whatever you want. The only time was when I did a feature on what animal do you think you could throw over a rugby post. You know, like the bar that goes across
Aye.
rugby post. How big of an animal do you reckon you could throw over that? And we did that for about 2 hours, and that was the only time I got an email being like, don't do this feature again.
Who'd you do that with?
Whoever was in
Aye.
we were just talking about what you think, and got people to text and email in. So there was a guy being like, I reckon I could get a big fox over that post, and I was like, can anyone beat that? Like, it just went on and on.
That's great. We should do it now.
I know. Well, let me ask you now. What Dan, could you, or Mike, could you tell us what height and feet, preferably, that not in those Yeezys, because it'll be 2 of them. But how big is a rugby post?
I'm saying 6 foot.
No, more, way more. About 10, yeah, 10.
Oh, the
12.
rugby. Sorry, I was thinking Gaelic. Sorry.
Okay, well, look, we can. 3 meters? No feet, I don't know meters.
That's
I don't
18.
know. No.
9. Sorry, you're right. What are you laughing? At least I guessed. Yeah, I don't know. I told you I shit out memories the other day.
10 foot. what I'm saying is, and this is hypothetical. We're not going to act it. So if anyone's like from a campaign group or whatever, we're saying if you had to,
Aye.
I mean, gun to your head,
fucking throw that fucking thing over it.
Get that tortoise over
I
it.
kill your fuck, see if you don't lift that fucking badger.
Get that ferret over it.
Ferret, easy.
Right. Well, let's start. So, 10 foot. You got to throw it over.
Now, can you like fucking launch it behind you, or it has to be
No, it's freestyle. Whatever throw you want.
whatever throw.
Yeah.
How many goes do you get? One go and done, or do you,
One go. So I'm gonna start by saying, I say a ferret.
ferret easy. Yeah, definitely do a ferret. You
Yeah.
do a ferret one hand. You can fling that.
You're saying you
You
a
can fling a
one-handed ferret?
Yeah, you can just fling a ferret. No
When
problem.
was the last time you flung a ferret? What?
That's a good point. Is the animal? Are we allowed to sort of sedate the animal?
I'm sorry to say, but the animal is deceased.
Even
That's what
better.
makes this okay. It was
badger.
already dead.
Yeah, badger, 100%.
Here, badgers are I reckon deceptively heavy.
Right, but if the tail
I-
if the tail doesn't come off, you can give it a good.
I saw a dead badger by the side of the road recently. I swear to God, I thought it was Dave Elliott planking. I was like, this thing was
Sorry, did you
just,
say planking?
you know the way Dave likes to wank, face down by the side of the M2.
Nothing gets Dave off like 70-mile-an-hour lorries. Oh, there he goes again. Do you ever take him down a roundabout? It's a fucking nightmare.
Like, Dave's trying to get in the mood. Most people type in Pornhub. He's like, Eddie Stobart. Oh. At the Apple Green service station. Oh.
Who's next?
I think badgers are bigger than you think.
But I'm just thinking, if it's already dead and it's limp,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking it'll be a top heavy kind of animal, so you can get the momentum going. Do you know what I mean? You might have to give it a bit of a sort of
Okay.
bit of a swing and a fling.
But see, I thought we could go bigger, and even at this point of badger, I'm saying
Is it would Labrador? Would that be similar?
10 foot, like 10 foot. That's bigger than you think. Like,
But if it's dead and limp, though, do you know what I mean? I'm always going to go back to that. It's going to be.
but that
floppy.
doesn't change your weight.
Now, if rigor mortis sets in, different story altogether.
Right.
That's going to be like throwing a sofa or an IKEA unit.
Yeah.
But if it's fresh, still warm.
But that doesn't change the weight.
But it changes the momentum, Shane. It changes the velocity and the
Velociraptor.
bless you, the entire physics
Now,
of the beast.
these things here,
Fucking-
ideal. Just pick them up by
But-
the fan.
Yeah, no, just blow a fan under the thing. Just two wee hand fans. Do
Okay.
you like them fucking things you used to give when you were a kid? The dragon. You just pull that thing's tail, it just spins like that.
What about a tortoise? Like, would that?
Yeah.
Do you think that shell's heavy? though?
Discus. That's just the.
Oh yeah.
Full discus throw.
Yeah.
I think what else could you get?
Now,
What about sea-based creatures?
yeah. Oh, this is anything. We're open to anything here.
I reckon
You fuck a tuna over a post.
any day of the week, mate. But back to the competition. I think.
We're so into this feature.
Fucking 35. He has kids in him.
Why's Daddy down at Ulster Rugby's ground? With a petting zoo?
Why is the aquarium closed in Portaferry? Shh.
Penguin?
No, I'm alright, mate. Thank you.
I'd say.
I reckon a penguin would be hard to do.
No, I'd say E. I think they're quite compact.
But that's the problem. You see, if you go back to my badger theory, Shane, right? if
The
you were
Bartlett badger
if
theory.
you grab a badger by the legs and give it a good fucking oomph, right?
Yeah.
Everything's going to flap to the top. So you're going to get momentum. A penguin doesn't have a top or a bottom.
Is this not a great metaphor for the cost of living crisis?
I think it exactly is. Yeah, Matt Hancock should not be an I'm a Celebrity.
I think, and let's go on to that later. I think with a penguin, because it's quite compact, things aren't going to flop to either side. I think because it's like quite stout. If you go under the in between the legs, under the arse.
Right.
Let me just say the penguin's maybe genitals, and then you get enough, like a shot put. You can shot put it over.
No, but I think you're going to find throwing a penguin's more like throwing a bowling, like a bowling pin. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd rather put a bowling ball in a bag and give it a fucking one of them than just a straight bowling pin.
Right.
So with a penguin, it's going to be hard to get that bag gravity effect.
Yeah.
Unlike
BGE.
Unlike with the badger.
Yep.
Ferret again be the same idea. If you fling a ferret, hold it by the back legs, like fucking like give it a wobble. All the blood's going to go up here. All of a sudden you've got a big heavy end, and you're just fucking like that. I'll be honest with you, I actually have done this a few times. That's how the Lurgan men know you're a man.
Let's go for the cut-off. Because some people will be literally crying at this. They think we're being cruel. We're not. As I say, these animals are
already deceased.
And this is only hypothetical. We're not going to do this unless there's enough support for it on patreon.com/podcast.
Absolutely, I would make a video.
So let me go for your cut-off. What's the animal you would just get to and go, this is one too many. I can't do this.
What's bigger than a badger?
That's the question. I'm gonna say like a.
Do you know what I would say a swan would be hard to do.
Not a mission. You could.
I think because even realism, when you think about it scientifically, yes, I get what you're saying. The neck theory might work, but that's a feathered beast. So once you let go of that, the wind's going to.
Yes.
It's going to.
Yes.
Well, depending on what way the wind's going. If the wind's in your favour, throw away, sir.
Yeah.
If the wind's against thee,
yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah. A swan would be difficult. You've no mission with a sheep.
You're never getting the sheep.
You've no mission.
You're right.
That's a thing.
Wait, a shorn sheep? You could do it.
Oh, pardon?
A shorn sheep?
Yeah. You think you've more chance with a shorn sheep?
Yeah, than you do with a full bloomed sheep.
But if we're talking about doing this at a rugby pitch, if the sheep is unshorn,
not allowed in, of course.
You pick it up by the wool. Like a line out throw. You pick it up by the wool over the head.
But you're forgetting what I'm saying to you. The true method to do this is to get the blood. Get the blood to the top. So the only way to do this is grab the hind legs.
Right, yeah.
Trust me, I'm wearing a check shirt. I know animals. Yeah. If you're just wooling that over, no, fair enough. Now to think about it, it is a bit like baling.
Yeah.
Which I believe is something.
He was Batman, wasn't he?
No, it's how you get your uncle out of jail. Yeah, or I think sheep would think.
Yeah, that's probably the colour.
Would be tough.
A pig, even a young pig.
Couldn't do it with a pig.
Nah,
nothing to grip. Too slippy.
That's true. Ears. Nah, they'll break off.
Yeah, I think the ears will fall off. I think. Imagine throwing a pig would be like throwing a water balloon. Just. Yeah. I've never touched a pig, but I imagine they're squeaky.
Yeah. For sure.
Just sausage skin, isn't it? So. Yeah, pig. I agree. We'll stop with pig.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, if the pig lands on the tail, it's gonna fucking bounce back in, isn't it?
It's been a pleasure playing this.
Thank you so much.
And if people want to get involved in the comments,
if you work in an abattoir and you know a rugby pitch, holla at your boy.
Let us know. Yeah, but that's been a lot of fun. Matt Hancock, I'm a celebrity. I didn't know he's a sitting MP, because I thought he was in it and all, and then he's out of it. I didn't know, because he's been going on podcasts, he's been doing all this stuff. But that's the point. We're at this point where you're an MP who you'd be like, I'm really struggling with this thing. I need to, and they're like, he's wanting dick.
Aye, I'm getting £500,000 for it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking disgrace.
If he left
there's
politics,
nothing funny about it.
I get it.
Yeah, there's fucking nothing funny about it. The cunt locked people in the house for 2 years, didn't stay in the house, and then fucked off when things are getting rough. And he's getting paid £500,000 for it. I hope his Bush Tucker trial is to eat a fucking grenade.
Right. No, that would be wild.
It'd be great.
Wouldn't
great TV. You tune in for it,
Ant and Deck still giggling.
Oh no, man! He's gonna eat a grenade, Dick! He's fucking nanas all over the place, man! Evening, Prime Minister.
No.
I can't do Dick.
No, whatever. I think it's very weird that he's doing it, and I think he's trying to do that Boris Johnson thing with his image of like, I'm just a bit of a buffoon, and okay, I've done some bad stuff, but I'm a wee bit lovable. I'm a bit of an idiot.
Do you know what? It completely shows to me that the Tory politicians and a lot of the politicians we have in power now don't give a fuck about what people think.
Yeah.
Because if he had any respect for people who vote for him or himself, he wouldn't do that. He would fuck off and retire, or he'd do what other politicians do and work for a big oil company or some shit.
Have a bit of respect.
Have a bit of fucking respect, and like just take money off the poor the way the rest of you do. Don't try to get them to like you as well.
Yeah.
And I think it just shows how out of touch they are that he thinks I could do all those things that I've done over COVID, fucking pretended to cry when the vaccine came out, all that fucking bullshit.
Remember that?
But I'm going to stick my tongue up a fucking python's hole, and you're all going to go, do you know what? He's actually sound.
Yeah. Now
Fuck him. Absolutely fuck him.
Oh, 100%.
Sorry, I haven't slept in a couple of days.
But why have they not not got rid? Like,
It also disgusts me that ITV put him on it.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're doing it for viewing figures. People are going to watch. People are definitely going to phone in. Now, the one positive thing is, if he stays in it, he's going to have to do every single disgusting Bush Tucker trial the whole way through.
Yeah.
And I hope that what happens is he's kept in it and not voted out and punished. And it's like medieval stock. Yeah, punished. I said it wrong. Sorry. What are we talking about here, Shane? We're talking about accents. We're talking about Matt fucking Hancock. I think he should be punished, and he should be made to eat rotten tomatoes.
Yeah, you think just step up the level of Bush
Absolutely.
Tucker trial?
I think we'll go full medieval.
Like
put him in the
Russian roulette?
stockades. Just put him in the stockades and just fucking kick him. Oh no! This week's Bush Tucker trial is called Boom Mad Hancock.
They've decapitated him,
take
mate.
turns bombing him with the animals that we were going to throw over a rugby thing. Oh no! It's a badger.
I haven't watched it, but are the other celebrities in there?
Do
Are they dead on to him, or is anyone
From
being
the
like?
clips I've seen, do you know and I feel so sorry for him, is Sean Walsh was on his own when Matt Hancock came in, and you're like, if you've seen Sean Walsh's special about being the most hated comedian in fucking Britain,
Right.
because he two-timed the girl on Strictly,
Right.
and now he has to be face-to-face with Matt Hancock, and you can watch him go, fuck, why is it me?
Right, because he's in there to think repair his
like,
image.
Yeah, and now it's like,
There's your best mate.
There's your best mate, the fucking most hated cunt in the country, and you have to be like, hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was around mum and dad this morning and just flicking through the fucking news because they have a TV and I don't. Doesn't matter. But and there was he's a guy from here on, I think it's some like right wing news station, and he was talking about how Matt Hancock's sound, but Boy George shouldn't be like Boy George chained a man to a radiator, and you're going,
Haven't we all?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, Matt Hancock chained a nation to their house, so. One guy versus 66 million people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, so yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to write material about it, and I found that I'm too angry to do it.
It is nearly too on the note. It's like
we live in a fucking. It's like we live in some sort of weird film.
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't happen. Like,
I totally,
that's like Saddam Hussein going on fucking the Masked Singer.
Factor.
God, yeah, like God rest his soul. Sorry, Allah. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Imagine the worst. It's like Jimmy Savile still being alive and being on The Voice, fucking spinning chairs. Right now, then, like, he's a cunt and he shouldn't be allowed to be on it.
Yeah. I tell you what, he could win it. There's people.
Is there
that
extra
will
money
be,
if he wins it? I don't know. Like, do they get paid if they walk off it? Do
if they walk off, I don't think they get paid.
Well, then that's punish him.
Make him walk off.
Make him do every single Bush Tucker trial right up until the end. And then we have a vote on what the Bush Tucker trial is. And the trial is, Mr. Hancock, you either walk off or we're going to fucking kill you.
Yeah. I think you'd walk off.
I got a wee bit aggressive.
Fucking kill you, mate. Fucking well. I don't like, but you're right in the. So I take no interest in politics.
Yeah.
Right? I put my, what do you flamingo? Head in the sand?
Aye.
That's me. Because it is horrific.
I go ostrich, my head's up my hole.
Right. But I didn't know what was happening here. And I looked at it recently. It's a bit like, say you never looked at your bank account.
Aye.
And then one time you haven't checked it for ages and you bring it up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Bought Yeezys.
That's...
No, but I'm the same because I'm not entirely sure. But like when I left to go to Australia, Liz Truss was Prime Minister and I came back and now it's Rishi Sunak and Matt Hancock's and I'm a celebrity and I'm like, how tired was I?
But I didn't know here what was...
It's been fucked. Yeah, I hate that I'm the same because there's been a. I think it might be for our generation, or maybe it's just because of fucking doing stand up, where people are so disinterested because they're being continually fucked over.
Yeah.
And it's hit a point where I think a lot of people, especially here, have nobody really to vote for. Do you know what I mean? It's always been the Shinners or DUP. Who really gives a fuck? What are they doing? They can't even sit in the same fucking room together.
Yep.
And on the Big Island, if you want to use a fucking BBC Northern Ireland phrase, you've got the Conservatives and Labour, who are the same party. Like, if you listen to a radio interview with Keir Starmer, he doesn't sound like anybody. He's the most boring cunt in the world.
You want a geezer?
You want Jeremy Corbyn? Jeremy Corbyn was a fucking phenomenal politician.
I thought you were about to say Clarkson
No,
for a
but
second.
here's what happened with Jeremy Corbyn. They accused him of being anti-Semitic, and it fucked him, and nobody found out what he said.
Right.
All they needed was the accusation.
Yeah.
Like, Google, what did Jeremy Corbyn do that was anti-Semitic? And it's like, oh, Rachel Riley said he was anti-Semitic. You go, what did he fucking say? Mm-hmm. Nothing. Because he was the first politician that threatened the establishment, in my opinion. Sorry, I haven't slept and I had fucking food poisoning. But, and so now they've got Sir Keir Starmer, who was the head of public prosecutions when fucking Jimmy Savile, when those cases were being brought forward. Nothing fucking happened. He sounds so fucking boring. And to have a Sir as the head of the working class party in the UK means we're fucked.
It should be Danny Dyer.
It should be Danny Dyer. It absolutely should be a bunch of fucking Cockney former gangsters. Do you know, what do you call that old cunt that just keeps calling them all wankers? What do you call that guy? Fucking Dennis
Rodman.
No, Dennis Rodman would be another one because he's mates in North Korea.
Dennis who?
There's a guy, Dennis something.
Who's the guy from the trade union? Mick someone?
Yeah, he seems pretty fucking...
Now, like with all these people, you go, I think he's brilliant, and then some story comes out and you're like, oh no.
But there's so much of it's all spin. Do you know what I mean? It's like Jeremy Corbyn. Like, again, the spin was he's anti-Semitic, and that was all it took. And you go, what happened?
Right.
Dennis Skinner.
Skinner?
Look at his videos, man.
Dennis Skinner.
He's about what, 93? Is he even still alive? I don't even know. And he's just a bad wee cunt. He's just an angry wee fucking, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's great. He's like Mary Black, used to be for the SNP in Scotland.
Right.
Like, you just see her being like, oh, shut the fuck. Like,
there's no characters left, mate.
Mate, there's nobody that's getting forward as far as I can. And I'm not paying enough attention because there's nobody for you.
Elections are pick a dickhead.
Absolutely, mate.
Pick one.
I haven't voted in a while.
Same.
I mean, there hasn't been an election, but like I haven't.
But I'm the same, and that gets so much shit. Oh, you can't complain. Well, I can. I don't feel passionately enough, so why would
there's just nobody I feel that's speaking for us.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, exclusively, Micky Bartlett wants to announce that he will be standing for, what's your area? Craigavon, Lurgan, Mid-Ulster?
Is it Mid-Ulster? I know, because I changed that too.
Mid-Ulster.
Listen, vote me the King of Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Right? And here's what we'll do. Every year, we'll take the top 3 politicians.
Right.
We'll see how far they can fuck a badge over a rugby post.
Yes.
Whoever wins gets to keep a job.
Right.
Whoever loses.
Yeah. Right.
They think with the new Die Hard movie. It's a trick. the loser actually wins.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be some sort of fucking change because that's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, we're losing the NHS. It's gone. That's fucked. I'm doing, by the way, it's a good time to probably admit it, I'm doing a sleep out thing for a homeless youth charity in Belfast, which is a disgrace that even has to fucking happen, considering the richest cunts in the world are in charge of everything, taking as much as they fucking want, and we're all fighting. How
mental would it be if you were doing that sleep out and all you heard was, anybody want a Jack Daniels and Coke? And she was back.
I'd be like, fucking finally! Bosh, mate! Thought you were finished. Nah, I've only fucking started.
Yes! Here, go ahead.
Cheers, mate. Watch out, badger coming through.
Micky Bartlett plays a waterfront hall.
Waterfront hall.
Excuse me. You're in the waterfront tool.
Waterfront tool, and I will be punished.
When is the shoot?
2nd of December.
Yeah.
Sold out as far as... It's not officially sold out, but it fucking is. If you look at it, it's sold out. Like, there's about 11 tickets left.
Could be the odd single seat. If you know people that are going, you could just...
Bring a friend, just wave at them from across the thing.
Yeah.
So 2nd of December doing that, and then I'm going to be on tour, hopefully February, March. Tour? How do you say it?
Tour,
yeah. I was right.
February, March?
Yeah, hopefully.
Alright.
Alright,
my man.
That's the crack. Dag Churn Yums, you want to...
Yep.
hear the same stories but with different
Different guy.
guy, like.
Yeah. All right, brothers. Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me, man.
Australia looked class. I'm glad you had a good
It
time.
was fun.
But I'm even happier that you're back.
I'm happy to be here. It's been a joy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now I'm stay.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers to everybody for watching, for listening. Keep an eye out for a big announcement coming next week. Can't say what it is.
I know what
It's what I was telling you.
Yeah, sounds
cheers.
good.
Thanks very much, guys. Let's go and buy some animals.
Yeah.